Welcome to your outdoor Vinyasa class. I'm your teacher for the day, Georgina, and we are going to jump right away by warming up our wrists in a very low position. So you can be on your knees here, seated position, whatever you prefer. We're just going to start by flattening our palms down, index fingers pointing forward, and I want you to close your eyes as we shift our weight forward and back. Taking this time to getting a feel of your body. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Now we're going to turn our fingertips outwards. So the right palm to the right and the left palm, turn it to the left side. Keep on shifting forward and back. You can continue to close your eyes if you need to get a feel of every part of your body. Where is sore or tight? Where do you need extra attention for today? Breathing in, breathing out. Such a beautiful weather. It is now cooling off a little bit here in the desert, but it's just that perfect temperature. All right. Now we're going to turn our fingertips facing towards you. Good. One hand at a time as you continue to shift forward and back. Good. Finding that perfect placement of your palms. No pushing. This is going to be different for everyone depending on how tight or mobile your wrists are, right? So as you shift back, you can continue to lift the palms up if that feels better for you, and try to ground your base knuckles so we can also warm up those fingertips and knuckles. So shift forward and back. Inhale. Exhale. Good. All right. Now we're going to face our palms up, fingertips towards you, and the palms are now facing up or open here. So back and forward and back and forward. So as you shift forward, you're opening the palms, and this time as you shift back, we're going to close our fists. Good. So keep on doing that. And I want you to focus on folding your fingers in a way that your fingertips are straight and you're only folding from the base knuckles. Okay, so straighten your fingertips and then close the palms, still straight fingers. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to face you just so you can see. We're going to have our wrists to touch. So the fingertips are facing left and right. And then now we're going to shift our weight to the right. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then to the other side for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to rotate to the right for 3, for 2, for 1, center, and then reversing, rotating to the left for 3, for 2, breathe, and 1. Good. Now shake it up. We're going to work on each or one finger at a time. Pinky finger first. We're going to flatten it down. Good. Just to where you can. So no pushing, no pain. And then the other finger or the next finger. And then the next. And then the next or the index now. And then the thumb. Press. Good. Now you're pressing completely. I want you to get this feeling of lifting the palms. So you're going to root your base knuckles this way. And I have my thumbs facing forward, fingertips left and right. And then we're going to start to kind of ground. on sideways, right? This way we can target the wrist differently. So you're going to again open or lift the palms up and then drop it down. Your elbows are going to now come towards your midline or facing towards your midline, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, right? Just a little bit outside rotation or externally rotating your shoulders. And as you drop, you're going to internally rotate your arms. So you're feeling your shoulders inside, right? And this might not be something you can feel, especially if you're just starting. But I want you to basically spiral your arms in as you drop the palms, spiral your arms out as you lift the palms, but your base knuckles and fingers are still rooted. Okay, keep on doing that. And this little movement, you'll be surprised how much it helps with the wrists, because as you also rotate the arms, don't freak out. I have hypermobile elbows and that's okay. It's okay to overly extend if you're not putting pressure. At least for me, I like it as a stretch and I'm not really, putting weight on it, so it's safe enough. But if you feel like, oh my god, it's too much and you have hypermobile elbows, then don't pull or rotate it out completely, just to where you feel a little bit better with your elbows. Good. All right, now I want you to close your fists and then open. We're going to insert it in between our legs, one arm at a time. Okay, so we're gonna lean first to one arm, whatever arm you have, and then the other arm, you're gonna sweep it all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, open both palms and lean more to that right or whatever forearm that is sandwiched by your leg. Good. Good. Release, untangle, and then we're doing that on the other side. Okay. Left for me, you're going to insert. You can insert inside, or I prefer outside, so that you can stretch the other arm. Okay, from here, see my right knee is down. You're going to shift your weight to that arm and then open the other arm out. Open both fists and stay here. Good. And then shift a little back and forth here, just finding what feels good, right? And then maybe playing with the open and closing the fists. And if you would like to start to rotate the wrists one direction and reversing, it feels good as you sandwich that arm. Ooh, good. Okay, now if that feels great and you want to get deeper with it, okay, we're gonna get into our malasana. You can support first with your hands and then we're going to wiggle. So shifting your weight to the right and to the left as you ground your heel and toes are up. Good. Good. And I like to always take this time, with the warm up to really get a feel of my body. I do like to do this and then playing with the spiraling of my arms. So to the right and then to the left. So now you will notice that I'm doing, or you might notice I'm doing this oppositely, right? Opposite arm rotation. It's a good way to kind of just train the body, your mind, to do things alternately. All right, now from there, see if you feel a lot more better with your malasana, yogi squat. Obviously, if you can go all the way down, then this is not for you. You kind of want to just like maybe do this, your bum high, but same concept where you lift your toes up. Good, right? And it also helps when you're stretched the hamstrings. Different feeling, but obviously if you can go all the way down, then that's where you're at. Okay, now we're gonna do one more time, but this time both forearms will get sandwiched with your legs. Okay, whew. Now we're going to just stay here and then open the fists and close 4, 5, 4, and really open like super tight. 3, Like you will feel that resistance. 2 and 1. Whew. Now release the bind. Whew. Shake, shake, shake. And then we're starting with our knees now. Going to one direction. I'm facing my left side here. Both knees are bent. This is our 90-90 because of the leg. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're going to switch sides. Again, so you're lifting the knees, pointing up towards the sky, dropping it to one direction, and then twisting your body. Right? Again, lifting the knees up. You can have a support with your hands behind. And then I like to, do some flowy feel. Maybe that helps with the twist. Right? And then drop. And then switch the sides of the arms. Woo! Right? Like kind of feeling like if you're in the water, right? You're kind of scooping the water. So you can twist. Keep on doing that. Good. We're going to get deeper here. When you feel that that's good enough, stay where you can deeply twist. Reach towards that direction. This is going to be different for everyone, so wherever you are. And then you're just going to stretch your arms and fold to that leg. Stay and breathe. Good. Now switch sides here. However you want to come up with your knees up. And then doing that on the other side by stretching your arms first. Good. And then folding to that leg. Good. Now coming to that front knee that is bent, you're going to frame that knee with your hands as you kick and extend that back leg up. Pigeon pose. So I want you to start with that back knee lifted so you're not rooting, right? Lift it up, engage. You will feel this and curling that back toes under, right? And then from here, you're going to plant your hands firmly. The front shin is going to be rooted. Flex the front foot. Lift up. The shin is still up, but your hips are away from the mat. Good. Now you're going to drop the hips, still keeping the knee at the back covered. Hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Ooh. Now relax. That's a little bit of an active pigeon. And then we're going to have our forearms drop down. Whew, sleeping pigeon. Relax here for a few. Breathe. All right. Okay, from here, lift the torso up, come to your fingertips. Good. We're going to lift that left knee or whatever knee is bent in front of you and coming to our Skandasana, side lunge in a seated variation. So you're really completely gonna sit that leg and bum, and then the left foot or whatever knee is bent, right? You can extend to where it is comfortable for you to find a seated Skandasana. Good. From there, we're just going to extend our arms in front to pulse and just like getting deeper over here. You will feel that deep stretch. Good. Come up, sit up. Now try to see if you could get that heel a little bit closer to your groin. Good. And then maybe getting your sit bones in a feeling of like, whoop, you can lift your torso straight up, right? And my left butt cheek is now lifted. Good. From here, try to see if you could have your hands in front. You could place them wherever you like, right? Your shoulders or in front. We're just going to drop the left knee towards your midline without the help of your hand. So just to where you can. See if this is where you're at, then that's already doing something. Stay there. And then lift up. And then just test yourself how deep you could go for now. And then lift up again for 3 more. 3, lift, 2, lift, and 1. Good. Now we're going to lift and we're going to do the twist or side bends. All right. So we're going to first drop the right hand, or whatever straight leg, that same hand you will drop. Left hand will reach up, or the opposite hand. And then you're going to exhale facing that leg. Right? So you're kind of folding. Again, lift up, side stretch, and then now we're going to face. Good. Keep doing that. Facing the leg. 2, 1. Good. From here, now we're doing the side twist, grabbing your ankle with the opposite hand. You can come into your tippy toes here, whatever feels good for your skandasana twist, is I like to call it. And then your left hand, or whatever hand that is, you're going to sweep it up to get to reach that opposite foot. Doesn't have to reach. If you're over here, then that's fine, right? If you can get all the way down, grab the foot. I like to grab the pinky side edge of my foot and then lifting my heel up with that other foot. Twisting, so my left elbow will now point up towards the sky. You will feel the twist here. Stay for 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Come up slowly. Switching sides. You can have help with the hand. So you're going to lift your bum and then straightening the other knee as you bend the other knee. Skandasana to the right for me this time. Good. Whew. Now let's adjust ourselves. Feeling open now. Whew. Getting a feel of your body. A little bit of checking back in. Good. Extend and stretch in front. Really open that knee out, right? So you can really fold there. Breathe. We're doing what we did on the other side. Come up to sit up. Your other hand will place behind or outside of your foot. Okay. The other hand now, the opposite hand with that straight leg. Big breath in, and you're gonna drop to fold that leg. Again. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. For 3. For 2. Face the leg. And last one, we're gonna stay in that leg, and this time try to see if you could drop that knee down to where you can. We're just changing it up a little bit. So if you're over there, that's high, that's okay. Just stay there. And then if you can go all the way down, you're now going to stretch more. Folding to that straight leg. Ooh, intense. But you feel that. Oh, so good. All right. Lift that knee. And then we're doing it again. You could place your hands anywhere. This time, I'm going to slide it behind my neck or lower head. Good. From here, opening the elbows out wide, right? So it's like stretching. You feel your clavicle wide, right? Your chest, and then dropping the knee towards your midline as you twist. For 3. Inhale, lift it up. For 2. Try to really keep that straight leg as steady. Root it down. Inhale up. And 1. Good. And twist some more. Stay. 3, 2, 1. Lift the knee up. And we're getting into our skandasana twist. Grabbing the ankle with the opposite hand with that bent knee. Ooh, sweep up the hand. And then lean or twist to that leg. grab the pinky side edge of your foot or whatever foot you want to grab. The ankle could be too. The elbow will now sweep up towards the sky. Open your chest, twist your body, look up, breathe. You can get a tippy toe with that bent knee if you like. Ooh, this is my stretch. So good. And slowly coming out of the pose. Ooh, we're gonna face the right knee for me this time, or whatever pigeon pose side you did not do, then you're going to do it on that side. Good. Okay, plant your hands down. Frame the knee. Okay, from here, you're gonna curl the back toes under, straighten the back knee as you lift and hover from the mat. See, as you do that, you feel that engagement with your lumbar and then your gluteus muscles up here, right? Whoop! And then your kneecap is going to lift towards your groin, and you're going to plant the front shin firmly down, flexed foot, lift, 4, 5. 4. Square your body, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, drop. And then relax to your sleeping pigeon. Whew. Now you can find this feeling of like wiggling your butt left and right to just like spread your butt cheek wide, right? And you feel your hip joints really loosening up here. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Nice and easy. Now you can actually have the option to get that shin parallel to the tops of your mat. See if that is accessible. If not, then obviously you don't want to get deeper. This is a lot harder than it is being close to your groin. Okay, now we're going to flow. All right, stepping ourselves to our high plank. So adjust yourself. Whew. We're going to have our index fingers forward. I like it that way to open up the shoulders. And then I want you to focus on hollowing the upper back, squeezing the glutes down, keeping that form. You're going to shift your weight forward, 4, 5, and then shift it back for 4. Just slight movements here, 3. But then it's like keeping that hollowed position, 2. Squeezing the glutes. And last one, shift and hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Push your hips up, downward facing dog. Gonna find a little bit of stillness here as we start the flowy feels. Breathing in. If you want to pedal your feet or your knees, bending one knee at a time, that's okay too. All right. When you're ready, we're going to focus first by pushing yourself up. So if your down dog's here, right, I want you to focus on really elevating the shoulders or scapula. So now it's close to your ears, right? And then look in between your big toes. Good. All right, from this position, you're fully elevated, right? We're going to start to walk our feet close to your hands. Baby walks. Just to where now you can feel that your shoulders are now stacked on your wrists. Good. This is going to be different, the distance, depending on where you're at. So if you're now here, okay, stay in that position. You're going to stack, right? So I'm now on my tippy toes. If you're on your heels and you have a bend in your knees and you're like this is also fine. But if you can fully straighten your hamstrings or it feels good for you, then I want you to get your tippy toes. Good. From here, so you're not like this, right? I want you to feel the stacking moment, if you will. So you're gonna stack your elbows to the wrists, stacking the shoulders now to the wrists, and now your upper back will hollow, right? So you're in this position. It's very, very strong. We're going to tap the left wrist with the left toe for 5, 4. So you're going to shift forward and back. 3, by feeling that stacked. 2, and 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. Drop. Drop the heels, bend the knees, and shake your booty a little bit, letting go of the tension around the wrists, and then come back to that position. Tippy toes. Shift your weight forward to tap the right wrist with the right foot this time for 5, 4. Exhale as you tap. 3. Inhale as you drop the foot. 2. And 1. Hold, stack. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop, and then step it back. Downward facing dog. Whoo! Good. A little bit of a core activation, and the legs, everything in there, the shoulders. Rolling your spine forward, breathing in, rolling it back for 3. Slow and steady for 2. And 1. Roll forward, roll it back. Good. From your downward facing dog, we're gonna drop the knees to your tabletop. Good. Shift your weight forward. Whoop. Shoulders past the wrist. Hollow the upper body. You're gonna bend the elbows from here, squeezing it towards your ribs for 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga here. Hold. And then slide all the way down. Good. Belly down. Whoo. And then you're going to have your fingertips outside of your mat. I like my elbows up towards the sky as I come up to this wave. So just like a cobra wave, whatever feels good for you. Good. From this position, chest is lifted, elbows are up. You're going to dip one shoulder towards your midline. So we're going to start with the left shoulder. Dip it down. So now you're really internally rotating. Boom. Come up to center, right shoulder dips down. You could twist your body as you look the opposite side and then center. Good. Dip, center, dip, center. Keep going. And feel that, right? I feel it around my scapula. It is really, the blade. You feel the blade? So good, right? If you start to dip, it doesn't have to touch the mat. Obviously, if you're only here, then that's where you're at. Okay, good. Whoo! Activating the back a little bit here. I want your hands next to your chests. Okay, so a little closer now. Good. Elbows will squeeze towards your midline. And then we're going to rotate shoulders back and down. Back and down for 3 more. Breathe in. Good. Breathe out. And last one. Whew. Good. From here, right, you're going to curl your toes under and slide yourself forward and up to your upward facing dog. Good. Now we're going to shift our hips left and right and see how that made you feel, right? A little scapular rotation, shoulders help with the back or helps with the back. Good. Now you're going to push back, downward facing dog. And we are going to take and flow through our vinyasa, rolling your spine forward. You can always drop the knees if you're not ready. Chaturanga, lower down. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Ooh. Big breath in, breath out. Coming to our feet together. Good. Left leg lifts up, breathe in, three-legged dog. Ooh, exhale, bend the knee, stay here. Just find what works best for now and just maybe playing with some movement if that feels good, to just rotate the hips. I'm now rotating my knee, lubricating my joints. Oh, so good. All right. From this bent three-legged dog, okay, you're going to send it knee to your chest, kiss your knee if you can. Okay, and then you're going to slide that knee down to that wrist. So whatever knee, it's the left for me, left wrist. Send it high, slide it down, keeping it hovered, and high. For 3, for 2, and 1. Lift it high, step it out. One-legged high plank. Shift your weight forward, shoulders past the wrist. You're gonna bend or drop that knee, the back knee. Chaturanga, squeeze your elbows towards your ribs. And then upward dog. Drop your legs. Downward facing dog. Feet together, preparing for the right leg to lift up. Three-legged dog. Breathing in. Breathing out, bend the knee. Maybe shifting forward and back. Changing it up. And as you shift forward and back, maybe rotating the knee. Ooh, shifting forward as you rotate. Shifting back. Ooh, so good. And maybe reversing the rotation. Or just playing with whatever shape you want. Ooh, zigzag, zigzag. And lift it up, bent knee, knee to chest. Kiss your knee. Good, slide it down to the wrist. And lift for 5 now. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it back. Good. One-legged high plank. Shift your weight forward. This time full chaturanga. Good. Upward dog. And downward dog. Woohoo. Okay. Drop the knees. And untuck the toes. We're going to rest a little bit in our child's pose. I like my palms facing up. Let go of the tension. Maybe close fists and open as you drop the forehead down. Finding a little bit of stillness as we rest. Feeling your body. How is your wrists? When you're ready, from your child's pose, I want you to fully extend your arms in front. Look forward. You're going to drop the forearms if you can. Just try your best. And then sliding yourself into your cobra. So you're just going to drop your chest or your belly and hips down. Good. Cobra pose. Good. Squeeze your elbows towards your midline. Good. Lift up a little bit more. Press your hip bones really down. Or your sit bones. Well, it's not really the sit bones. The, what do you call this? Pelvis. All right. Drop the belly and then we're going to activate our backs. Okay? So have your hands in front. Good. And then palms facing towards each other. Lift it high. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Now you're going to slide your arms out. Circle shape. From here, you're going to turn your palms facing up. Good. From here, pull it back as you lift your chest up. Hold 3, 2, 1, and drop. This time, you're going to lift the legs up as well. 4, 5, 4. Lift, lift, lift. 3, 2, and 1. Woo, drop it down. And then rest for a little bit here. Big breath in. Breath out. Good. We're going to combine what we did. So forward, palms facing towards each other. Lift it high. Drop. Circle the arms out. Palms facing up. Then now chest up and drop. Okay, that's 1. We're going to do it again for 3 more. 4, 3. Circle it out. Behind. Lift up. Chest. Good. For 2. Hands forward. Lift it high. Drop. Circle it back. Lift the chest. Good. For 2. Hands forward. Lift it up. Circle it back. Chest up. And 1. Good. Hands to your chest. You're going to slide now to your up dog. Toes are pointed back. Whoo. Up dog. Beautiful. Push back. Downward facing dog. Now we're going to move a little bit faster this time. Right leg lifts up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Tap the left elbow and then the left wrists. Good. Left elbow. Left wrist. Left elbow, left wrist. Lift it high, 3-legged dog. Good. This time, you're going to keep that leg straight. Come up to your tippy toes with that left foot. You're going to see if you could slide it. Really stack, 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 stack. Feeling as you tap the right wrist with the right toe. 4, 3. 4, 2. For 1, step it back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts high, breathe in. Ooh, so good. Knee to chest, breathe out. Slide it to the right elbow or tap and down to the wrist. Up for 5. Up 4. Up 3. Up 2. Up 1. Lift it high, 3-legged dog. Big breath in. Tap the left wrist. Strain the knee as much as you can. Stack yourself. 4, 5. Lift up. 4. Up. 3. Up. 2. Up. And 1. Drop to downward facing dog. Good. Drop the knees wide. Look forward and straight ahead. Good. From here, you're going to lift the knees and then we're going to try to jump to Malasana. Inhale. Exhale. Malasana. Good. In front. Ooh, if you didn't make it here, I'll wait for you here. And we're going to shift our weight left and right for again another time. Come up. We're going to rise to a wide Utkatasana or chair pose. Good. Stay. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up. Mountain pose, wide-legged stance. Whew, good job. From here, we're going to have our right foot to touch the left. Okay. And then Utkatasana, chair pose, sink. Right? And then come up to standing. Wide leg again. Open the feet. And then to the other side, left foot meets the right. Utkatasana or chair. And come up. Good. We're doing this for a few. Keep going. Utkatasana, sink, stand up, mountain. Open the feet wide. Other side, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, sink. Come up. And then switch sides. Open feet wide. Close the feet. Utkatasana chair. Come up. Open the feet wide. Close the feet. Utkatasana. And then come up. Good. Last set. Open the feet wide. Close the feet. Utkatasana. Good. From here, we're going to have the hands to touch, twist. Right shoulder or elbow will hook outside of the left knee. From here, looking down, we're going to now really peel yourself, right? Hooking that elbow, you're going to peel that heart space to the left side. Thumbs will aim to the heart space. Look up. Find your balance. If it's hard to balance, you can drop that hand and then stay here as your left hand lifts up, right? This is a good way to balance, and then maybe opening up some more. Good. Little pulses there. From here, come all the way up to standing mountain pose. Open the feet wide, and then doing that on the other side, Utkatasana, feet together. And then elbows will now hook outside, or the left elbow to the right knee. Hands in a prayer position. Look to the right side. Either stay here or open the arms wide and then give it some pulses for 3, 2, 1. And then, now finding and crawling your hands to your shoulders distance apart. Feet are gonna be together. Good. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, finding our Uttanasana or fold. Good. You could either have your hands here if you like to hug your legs and find your balance. That's great. Finding stillness. 4, 3. Breathe. 2. And 1. Good. Hands in front. You're now in a tripod base. Inhale, flatten your back. Exhale, we're going to jump back to Chaturanga and flow through our Vinyasa, finding your flow. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Good. Knees are going to bend outside and then sink down. Good. From here, we're going to change it up by sliding yourself in front. Finding now your puppy pose, getting that arched back. Okay, good. Now you're in this kind of diamond shape with your legs, if you will. Touch the big toes. Good. Drop it down. And then shifting your weight forward as you drop the forearms down. Good. Lifting the toes up. Good. And then opening the chest wide. See if you could do that in reverse. Drop the shins and the toes as you lift the bum to come back to that puppy pose variation. Again, forward. Notice my forearms right now are not moving. So it's keeping it steady. Again. So back bend. Rounding a little bit as you shift to lift the toes up. Back bend again, and then repeat. Puppy pose. Back bend. Like a king cobra variation. Good. We're now staying here. Good. Now I want you to have your knees together. Right leg will kick up. Straighten. Good. And now your forearms is going to be in front. Okay, I like to just grab both my elbows and then kick it up as high as you can. If you can't, just see where you're at. Okay, from here, you can have the hands anywhere to support you. If you need a little bit more lift here, right, you can have it to support you and lift up. I know it is a little bit of an awkward shape, but this is great to really feel and activate these side of the body, and then holding, whoo, drop, good. And then doing that on the other side, kicking the left leg for me, send it high, and see if you can touch. It doesn't have to touch. This requires a lot of flexibility, right? If you're only here, that's fine. Wherever you are, and then see if you could get deeper. So you're now a little bit like left, opened up to the sides, right? You will feel that activation. So mine is active the whole left side. It's intense, but it's so good, at least for me. Whew, drop. There's that fine intensity between feeling good and then a little bit more of pushing yourself to the limits, right? Which is great for challenge, so that we can, now finding this like, almost like a seal pose, straightening the arms, depending on where you're at now. If you need a little bit more room for the back, right, then extend your arms forward and drop a little bit your belly down. But if you can actually get deeper with your back bend, let's see where you're at. So good. And just staying here, breathing. Okay, when you're ready, we're gonna curl the toes under, coming to our tabletop position, activating the core a little bit. So I want you to hollow the body. Good. We're going to start with the left knee up, lift. Good. And now tap the left wrist and then the right. Okay. Now send it high to the elbow or armpits, and then the opposite side, and then slide it down. So you're drawing this box with your knee, looking towards the center of your thumbs, right? And then just make sure you keep your gaze there. Draw that square. Keep on doing that. You will feel this, like when you lift the knee up, that's the moment when I want you to scoop your belly. That's that feeling, right? I always say scoop your belly, and that's that. Keep going. Such a simple move, but it helps so much with your belly, your core, the obliques even. And drop. And tabletop. Now get a feel of this, like left side of the obliques. If you lifted that left knee, totally different, right? And not just the obliques, but also your left belly, totally different. Now we're going to activate that same thing on the right leg. So right knee will bend, lift it high. Good. We're going to start with the left or the opposite elbow, and then the wrist, and then the right, and then lift. Or if you want to do the other direction, that's okay too. So right wrist, left wrist, lift it high, and then the other. Just still drawing that box, and I want you to get the feel of how you're evening out your belly, right? So whatever you did earlier, I want you to just even out that feeling. So play with reversing that square. To even out the feeling. Good. Keep going. And relaxed in child's pose. Checking back in. How are we feeling? How are we doing? Drop the forehead if that feels good to relax. Good. Open your eyes. If you close it with me, we're going to come to our downward facing dog. Good. Feet are going to be together. Left leg lifts up this time, breathing in. Good. Exhale, knee to chest, send it high. Good. Drop it inside of the left hand. from here, you're in this runner's lunge, coming to the fingertips. You're going to shift or really reach forward, and then cactus, look down for 5. Reach for 4. Reach. 3. I'm leaning my belly to my left thigh. Reach. 2. Last one. Cactus. And then from here, you're going to hook that right elbow outside of the left knee. Twist. Good. Stay. Really straighten that back knee. Lift that knee up. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up, crescent lunge. Whoo, revolve crescent. Drop the left hand behind the right leg, and then the other arm up, and a little bit of a back bend. You're gonna cartwheel your arms all the way down to frame that left foot. Good. Taking your own vinyasa here. Good. Meeting you in downward facing dog. Whew, we're doing that on the other side. Right leg lifts up, breathing in. Ooh, exhaling. Knee to chest. Send it high so you can easily drop the foot inside of the right hand. Good. Coming into your runner's lunge. Fingertips will help to support you, leaning your belly to the thigh. Good. Extend your arms in front. Inhale, reach. Feel tall. Exhale to cactus. Look down for 5. Inhale. For 4. Inhale. 3. Inhale. 2. Inhale. And 1. Stay here. You're going to get to your twist. Left elbow hooks outside of the right foot or right knee. Good. Prayer position. Look to the right side. Straighten the back knee as much as you can. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Crescent lunge. Big breath in. Good. Revolve crescent. Drop the right hand behind the left leg and back bend here. Twist. Whoo, cartwheeling your arms down to frame the right foot. Step it back. Whoo, your version of vinyasa. Good. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Whoo. When you're ready, you're going to bend the left elbow. So you're dropping the forearm down. Good. And then you can have a bend in your knees here if it's tight for you. And then we're going to lift. Doing that on the other side. Right forearm will drop down. Good. Hold for a little bit and then lift. Good. Now we're doing it simultaneously. Sorry, not simultaneously. One after another. So left and then the right. Good. Lift the left, lift the right. And then drop the right, and then the left. Lift the right, lift the left. Good. Now let's see if we can drop both at the same time in a downward dog. Drop to dolphin. I want you to spiral your arms in. So you're going to spiral it out and in. And then as you shift forward, spiraling it out. Good. And your eye over your elbows facing forward and then drop it down. Dolphin pose. Look back. Core is engaged. Good. Whew. You're going to walk your feet a little bit, baby steps here, just to where it feels good for you. Just stack your shoulders to the elbows. Good. From here, you're going to bend the knees and see if you could reach the armpits. Doesn't have to, but just where you can. Okay, and then walk to reach. And then lean forward, look down or forward and up a little bit. And then maybe you can lift the toes. Baby Bakasana or crow pose, baby crow, holding. And then drop the foot. Woo. Coming into our Malasana, yogi squat. Woo, how are you doing? Whew, let's take a moment here, rolling our shoulders back. Straighten your torso. Big breath in, breath out. Good. From this position, we're going to get into our crow pose. Hands will plant down. I like Malasana crow version, very wide. So that's what we're going to do. And also this is, at least for me, the easier crow version because you're kind of leaning. So from here, planting your hands down, you're now coming to the tippy toes. And what I do is I'm squeezing my knees or thighs towards my midline as I also kind of fight it with my arms, right? There's resistance. And with that, whoop, you're just kind of going to float. Finding that float, and it's like so effortless. At least for me, this is super easy. And then you can drop. All right, we're going to crawl to the tops of the mat. Doing that baby crow. Lift, 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 and maybe now hollowing. And drop. Another maybe an inch, whoop, so we can do a lot more. Keep going. Crow lifts or crow floats and drop. Walking the hands a little bit more. Crow, whoop, and drop. And last one for me, we're gonna jump to our chaturanga or otherwise whatever vinyasa version you want. Good. Now for my downward dog, we're gonna reverse. We're gonna walk our hands now towards our feet this time. Slowly. Until we could get to that flat back, halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale to your Uttanasana, forward fold. Rise up, inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. We're gonna bring our left knee towards the chest as high as you can. Good. Hug it if you want to. And then send it high. Let go of the hand, arms in a T shape to find your balance. Good. We're gonna kick that leg in front as high as you can. That's why we lifted the knee, and see if that works for you, for your, right? And now if you are able to get it as parallel, then that's great. You wanna lift it high and then maybe kick it forward. Good. Kick it forward, hold, and then slide it back. We're gonna find our warrior 3, slow and steady, to where you can. Good. From here, you're going to drop the hands as we find our standing splits. So see where you're at. You can play with your hands. I like to sometimes give it a little stretch to get my legs as high as I want. And then from there, I like my left hand. So left leg up, left hand up, down to support me. Right? And then I'm going to grab the backs of my ankle with the other hand as I look to my big toe, really getting my compression as I find my balance, maybe looking back. Hold and drop the foot, or rather knee to chest. If you can, if you want to drop your foot, then that's okay. But if you can get to your pistol squat, good. We're holding it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You can drop and lift up, 2, and 1. Drop the heel, shift forward. Whew. Low lunge. Inhale, reach up. Good. Exhale, drop the hands down, frame that foot, and then we're going to lift that back knee. Good. From here, you're going to let go of the hand and have it in a prayer position, Back knee is hovered. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're not gonna rest. You're gonna pivot yourself to turn to the right side. Left leg is bent. Skandasana. Good. How did that feel? Ooh. We're stretching here. Okay. That bent, that left knee will drop down. Good. We're finding now our gate pose. Whew. Okay, we are gonna stretch our hands in front first and then opening the legs. I like to shift my weight forward and back here. So we're just gonna play with this feeling, really opening that inner thigh. And if you feel good to rest your forearm down, getting a deeper stretch and maybe opening, stretching that leg out some more to help open, finding our middle splits opening here. I'm sorry, the position kind of awkward, but it is what it is. We ended here. Whew. Pulsing a little bit forward and back. Okay. Right, now coming up onto the knees. Okay, we're going to side stretch. Okay, so you can drop the hand to that straight leg and then the other hand will sweep up and then slide that hand to that leg to stretch. Good. Yes. Now all the way other side. Now you're gonna drop the left hand down. Good. Just stacked on top of the left shoulder, kicking that right leg up. Good. Try to see if you can keep the heel in line with the hip. Flex the foot. Right hand up. Hold. You can untuck the toes if that feels good. Lift. So lift the hips. Right. Maybe stretch here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Drop. Facing now the other side of the mat. So we're going to face the right leg, drop the hands, and then step the right knee back. Tabletop position. Okay. Whew. Lift the knee. Hover. We're going to hold for 5, 4, protract, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Downward facing dog. This time you're gonna step the left foot in front. To come up, you're gonna bend the right knee, kind of like a flamingo, but you're not. And then try to find your balance. You're gonna try to come up with the bent knee. Try to hug it towards your chest, whatever you want to do. If you can grab it with your hands. And then finding the balance, straightening that straight leg that's rooted as much as you can. So you feel, whoop, there's like, if you lift that kneecap up, you feel this bum lifted too. Whoop, right? And then release the hand, T-shape, kick it forward for 5. Good. 4, 3, and then we're gonna hold in 1, 2, and 1, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide it back, finding your Virabhadrasana 3. Slow and steady. Whew. Good. Warrior 3. Now slowly, see if you could kick that leg as high as you can to get to your standing splits actively. Challenging yourself, right? See where you land. Obviously, if you need support, you could always support with your hand. Good. From here, finding your standing splits, you can play with whatever shape you want with your hands to get your balance. Then from there, I like to always grab my back ankle with that hand. And then looking at the big toe and then back. Now see if I can kick my leg more high. Finding the balance, holding, breathing, or concentrating here. meditating. And one, bending the knee, sending it forward for our pistol squat. Whoop. Kick it forward. Good. Obviously, if you need rest, you can rest. Pick yourself up. We're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's burning. I know. Drop the heel. Shift forward. Low lunge. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale. Let's get into our front half splits first. A little bit stretch and then forward. Inhale. Exhale. Just changing it up. Just basing it from how I'm feeling. Shift forward. And back. Good. All right. Now I'm going to face you this time. Coming to the gate pose. Right knee is going to bend. Extend the left leg out. Okay. And then, I like my toes curled under here so I can really push back. And then I want to open up my inner thighs here. So you can play with this however you want to feel, right? If you're opening that hip or maybe the knee here, I don't know, whatever feels good for you. You could drop the forearms if that feels good, and then maybe a little bit more forward. Good. All right. How are you doing? Now coming up to the knees here. Good. Side stretch. Left hand slides down. Right hand sweeps up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Look up if that feels good. Stretch some more. So good. All the way to the other side now. Drop the right hand down. Okay, you can place your left hand onto your waistline and then kick that foot up. Flex the foot, heel in line with the hip as much as you can, and then see if you could stretch that arm up or over the head and stretch some more. Whatever feels good. If you want to find that straight line, right? And then see this from this position of your belly, right? And if you over the head, you want to kind of there. So now if you lift it up, your obliques will target there. Like it's working, right? So if you look at my belly, everything is working. So it's not like this. It's not like this. It is like this. There's a huge difference. All right, drop. How is that for you? Intense. And we are going to take our vinyasa. Hands, shoulders distance. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Yes, so good. Now, how are you feeling? Okay, from here, we're going to lift the right leg up, breathing in. And this time, we're going to drop the left forearm, right? So what we did earlier, the dolphin, you should be a little bit prepped there. Then engage the core here. You're going to bend the knee, really point it out to the mat, outside the mat. Hold. And lift it high. Now see if you can really aim to the opposite side of the mat now. As straight as you can. And at the same time, you're pivoting the left toe. So you can help you to get into that straddle position, right? And then we are going to either headstands or Pincha Mayurasana, whatever you want, in a straddle entry or whatever you want to do. Okay, we're just going to do a little inversion. And then, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe Pincha, maybe headstands. Yeah, I don't know. And then we're just going to get into our straight legs or whatever shape you like. If you want to do it with me, we're holding for 5, Good. Sending the knee in. Maybe baby bakasana. Or maybe, yeah. Maybe straddle, whatever exit you want. Good. I'll meet you in a straddle position how we entered. I just did a little baby bakasana. All right, and then we're facing the opposite side of the mat now. Okay, so I'm gonna turn to my left leg, and then we're gonna take our vinyasa again, lifting that left leg up for me. Whew, so good. Rolling our spine to our one-legged high plank as we come down to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up, breathe in. Exhale, drop the right forearm, engage your core, bend the knee, point it towards the outside of the mat. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Again, send it towards the top of your mat as high as you can and as out as you can. Good. Straddle fold. Now this time, we're going to really aim to get into our backs, like all the way. So reach your back. Just do where you can. You can adjust the stance of your feet. Whew, and maybe you drop the crown of your head if that feels good. We're holding, finding our center. Good. And whatever you want to face, right? We're gonna get into our downward dog. Ooh. And then we're going to lift the right leg up, breathing in. Good. Breathing out, knee to chest. Step it inside of the right hand. Good. Coming to this runner's lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale to cactus. Inhale, kick the back leg. You're going to send it forward as you lean your belly to the right thigh. Woo! Good. Knee to chest. Send it back, bent knee with the right leg. Good. And then you're going to find our dancer's pose. So you could grab the left leg outside if you can. Yeah, we'll start with the outside. Right hand up and drop it down parallel to the ground. Good. Then from here, see if you could now send your left heel towards your bum, right? And then try to grab, right? So now you're going to grab the knee outside, right? Or the shin. Lift it high, lift it high, lift it high, kick it up, kick it up, kick it up. Good. And then back. See if you could just find your balance there. Good. Again, now we're going to play with the hand placement of the dancers, right? Inside. See if that feels good. You can have your hand, the opposite hand, anywhere to find your balance. Sometimes I like it on to my heart. Whew. And then we're dropping it behind. Inhale, reach up. Straighten your legs as you fold down to your pyramid pose. Good. Okay, pivoting ourselves to turn to our wide stance. And then opposite leg this time. Pyramid pose. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Now from here, right? So bending the front knee, gluing your belly to your thigh. Runner's lunge, and then preparing for that back foot now. Lifting it up, finding your balance, finding your dancer's pose. You could grab the outside first. I want to do both with you of your leg. See how that feels, right? And then see if you could grab the inside of the leg without dropping the foot. Just a little bit of a test. And then dancer's pose. Hold. Hold. Opening. And dropping slowly the foot down. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, hands all the way down, forming yourself to a ball. Knees will bend, and then you're going to have your knees in front. Good. I'm just gonna face my center. From here, see if you could lift your hips up and then open your knees to where it is comfortable for you to just lean back. Okay, so you have the option to have your palms facing down, whatever works for you here, right? So you're gonna keep it as straight as possible. We're gonna work on our quads here. Whoop. So as you do this, I want you to lean back, squeeze your butt cheeks together. Whoop. And that's stronger. Okay, you can untuck the toes here if that feels better for you. So again, shift back, straighten everything. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Squeeze the glutes for a deeper drop. Okay, now we're going to untuck the toes for me at least. Inhale, exhale, shift back. Squeeze the glutes and back. Good. Notice as you squeeze the glutes, your quads are super engaged in the inner thighs or adductors. Whoop, right? You could even place it here. Okay, good. All right. Now, from here, we're going to drop and then see if you could actually grab your heels. Good. From there, now back bend, opening the shoulders for our camel pose, Ustrasana. Good. Sitting down. Ooh. And then from here, with your knees down, have your hands forward. See if you could just lift. So sit on your heels, lift the knees, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Drop. Now you can play with your hands to where you want to help with balance, okay? We're going to try to just lift it up and hold as much as you can. Engaging your body here. Good. And you're going to drop to a seated position. Whew. And then coming to our boat pose. Maybe halfway first. And then legs straight. Good. From here, you could either grab your ankles. We're going to drop back. I'm just going to adjust myself. Don't need to move, okay? So you'll try to see if you're brave enough, you can drop back as slow and steady or controlled by grabbing your hands, right? So to do that, we're going to really round the back, right? So rounding, whoop, and slowly, whoop, we're just gonna swing back, coming to plow pose, whoop. Okay, if obviously, if that was a little bit sketchy for you, then don't do it. Sometimes I just like to be playful. All right, from here, getting to our plow. So feet over the head. I wish you can still see me here, right? And then finding your own plow. I like to really get my back all the way up high as I can, right? So you can do that by doing shifting sides to sides and then supporting with a hand if it's helpful for you to lift your hips up. Good. All right. From here, finding your balance. So your hands can be anywhere. If it is hard for you, you could obviously support it behind your back, right? And if you're able to balance, this is a lot, of course, harder when you have your hands down and then you're just going to lift your legs up. I'm going to find my lotus. So let's lift the legs and then drawing that straight line with the other leg. I like to do this for lotus and then bending the knee to get into our lotus plow, if you will. Now from here, I'm going to help now my back to open up my hips this way. So I'm pointing my knees up towards the sky. If this is hard for you, meaning if you're over here and you can't fully do that, then your hips are not, it needs to be opened up more. But see where you're at. This also requires a lot of dude, engagement, everything, dude, sorry. Like your core. Whew. And then to untangle, we're gonna untangle slowly and open it wide. Good. Over the head. All right. And then slowly, we're going to drop as slow as we can, one vertebra at a time. Try to aim for your legs straight. Doesn't have to. Slowly. Whew. And when you reach the top leg, I'm just going to remove my mic. Good. We're going to flex the feet when you reach the 90 degree and then drop it slowly, pressing your lumbar down. We're ending in Shavasana, but I want you to really get this as slow and steady, controlled for 10, 9, 8, lift your head, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Open your feet wide. Relax. Palms facing up. Breathing in. Breathing out. You can obviously stay how long you desire or however long it pleases you. Thank you so much, guys, for practicing with me and flowing with me today. That feels so good for me. It's a very much like a relaxing type of workout, at least for me. It's not too fast. It's still a little bit in a very controlled pace, if you will, but we worked on our full body there. I hope you enjoy that. Let me know how that feels for you and if you enjoyed this type of pace, if you will. Every day is always going to be different. I do love my yoga practice to be strong and really engage all the muscles, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure that before you leave, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Hello, thank you so much. I hope you stay for long. Check out my other videos. I have a lot of videos here. I mostly upload a lot of advanced classes. I also have a beginner playlist you can check out, and also the Scolio Love playlist. You guys, if you don't have scoliosis, that's perfect, by the way, for beginners. So it's very, very easy and more basic, if you will. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for being here, and thank you for all your lovely comments. I do appreciate all those feedback, especially the ones that are suffering from a lot of condition and then you feel good with my flows. I really, really appreciate that. Makes my day, because it's not really easy to share free classes here on YouTube. Throughout these videos and years that I've been posting, I have been getting so much beautiful feedback from you guys, and it's definitely what keeps me going and sharing more here. So if you have something great to share, just leave that comment to anybody, not just me, because it makes everybody's day, right? And that just shows how much you appreciate someone's hard work effort without having to pay anything. So yeah, thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye!